On today's episode of Hubris Syndrome, we're going over the games of October. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. October is here, and with it means spooky games. But that's not it, so let's run down the list of all the upcoming releases. First up, starting out jolly, because it's still early in October, you know, we're not quite there with Halloween and the spookiness yet. October 1st, Super Mario Bros. 35. Coming off the wildly successful Tetris 99, Super Mario Bros. Is entering the Battle Royale space, basically. 35 players battle simultaneously to be the best platformer. You can send enemies to other people's screens, and it just looks like a fun, new, and creative way to play one of the all-time greatest Super Mario Bros.
Crash Bandicoot, you banished me to the past. But all it did was give me more time to plan your doom.
Then just one day later, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash is making his triumphant return after the Insane Trilogy, which brought the series back into the spotlight. And this time around, you can play 5 different characters. They all have their different levels and different moves. Looks really, really good. To be perfectly honest, the Insane Trilogy absolutely wrecked me Neo style. Couldn't get through the first game. Brutal difficulty, and you know how I like to catch up on series and be fully caught up in the lore before I play the newest entry, so that is kind of holding me back from getting super hyped on 4. What do you think? That same day, if you're not into Crash, we got Star Wars Squadrons. To be honest, you know, the Star Wars hype for me is diminishing and lacking after the Skywalker saga has wrapped up. But Star Wars Squadrons looks pretty awesome because Star Wars dogfights in space are just cool. They're just awesome no matter what. So you can do 10-player dogfights, Galactic Empire versus New Republic. Looks really cool. Concerned about the story, you know, it's another post Return of the Jedi, both side type thing, but who knows? And other than the dogfights, there's also fleet battles, which sound really cool because you're trying to target capital ships by, you know, destroying the objective. So it's not just take the other enemies down, it's have an objective, which I always like. On October 9th, FIFA 21 back in action, but the must-be-nice pay-up edition is early access on October 6th, making its current-gen debut with next-gen planned at a later date. They're going to make some changes to manager mode this year because of community feedback and complaints. Also a new training system and enhanced AI, whatever that means. So FIFA 21, back at it. Selling like hotcakes.
Sir, we have incoming.
Flag, come in. Cobra bats everywhere.
And then on October 13th, G.I. Joe Operation Blackout. Haven't seen or played a G.I. Joe game in quite some time. Pretty mixed results when it comes to that franchise. So I got my eyes cautiously watching from a distance.
I'm Jennifer, by the way.
Remothered Broken Porcelain, the sequel to 2018's Remothered Tormented Fathers, which is kind of a clock tower vibe. You are in a house trying to solve puzzles, getting chased around. The first one is an okay game. It's got a little bit of jank to it, but I love the premise and the vibes and the atmosphere. So I have high hopes for Broken Porcelain because I'm a fan of sequels, and they usually iterate on some of those things, so here's hoping. Then on October 16th, or if you want to pay up, on the 13th, NHL 21. This year, the career mode has been expanded to be more cinematic. You create your own hockey player and rise through the ranks. You know, anytime I think of NHL, my mind syndromes out and I only think of Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey on Nintendo 64. One of the all-time greats. One of the best. That same day on the 16th, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is bringing Mario Kart to your living room, literally, in real life with radio-controlled cars. And it just looks really jolly, and just another way Nintendo is changing up how you play. You know, they did Labo a while back, you got Ring Fit. This is just another one of their creative ways to play some of their biggest franchises. And I don't have room in my house to play this, but I'm super into it.
Please respond. We have found help.
Then it's time to pull the shades, turn out the lights, light a candle, and celebrate October with Amnesia Rebirth. Few episodes ago, I was telling you about how I was catching up and replaying some of Amnesia and other horror games, and it was all for this moment, Amnesia Rebirth. Frictional Games returns to the franchise they created in 2010. In 2013, A Machine for Pigs was made by the Chinese Room, and then in 2015, Soma was Frictional Games' last release. So it's been quite a while since they've returned to this series, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more pumped. The 20th of October is such the perfect time for this game. Leaves you with just enough time to play it leading up to Halloween. My expectations are sky high. 10 out of 10 hype, cannot wait. Then on October 23rd, Autobots, Decepticons, Transformers, Battlegrounds. It sounds like it's going to be some kind of battle royale game, but it is not. They call it a tactical warfare adventure game, if we want to be specific. And the characters and the voice actors are from the accompanying animated series. And I'm just a big fan of Transformers games, from Fall of Cybertron to War for Cybertron. Those are two of my absolute favorite swimming in sevens. So I always got my eye on Transformers games. Let's see how this one shakes out. Then a big day on October 27th, Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues. I have not seen a single episode of Cobra Kai. I know that is unacceptable. I wanted to rewatch the Karate Kid film quadrilogy. Yeah, I'm even a fan of the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. Don't at me. I wanted to rewatch those movies before I got into Cobra Kai, and I just haven't had the time to do it. I've heard nothing but good things. But a Cobra Kai beat 'em up sounds freaking awesome.
Lockdown lifted.
Well done.
And then Ghostrunner, freaking cybernetic ninja running on walls, slicing things up with a katana. That's all you need to know about it.
Ice Crown. A monument to our suffering.
And then World of Warcraft coming out with another expansion, Shadowlands. I will always be hyped on a World of Warcraft expansion, mainly because of my good friend Brad Ellis is always there, and just playing through a WoW expansion with him each time is nothing short of magical. But it gets even better, because this time we've got Damiani jumping ship from 14 to dip his toe into World of Warcraft for the first time. It's gonna be epic. Watch for the streams.
Our London town. A modern metropolis. Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Then on October 29th, Watch Dogs Legion. I'm a big fan of Watch Dogs 1, and I am a bigger fan of Watch Dogs 2. I absolutely am so invested in this series' story, so I cannot wait to continue in Watch Dogs Legion. But I kind of do want to wait a little bit for that next-gen version, so, you know, if the pre-order holds strong, or I'm fortunate enough to get a PS5 or a Series X, I do think I'm gonna wait to play Legion on that. And then to round out October, the final two releases, one jolly, one spooky. October 30th, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, a franchise I don't know too much about personally. Played a little bit of Pikmin when it first came out, but never played the sequels. So you know how I love remasters, re-releases, what have you. Just another way to pick up a game and check out a game you may have missed the first time around. And lastly, the Dark Pictures Anthology Little Hope. I love this studio, Supermassive Games. They did Until Dawn, and of course, they are now doing the Dark Pictures Anthology. I want to see this series continue. They said they had a ton of these planned, and I really hope they make it all the way to the end. I'm already so much more invested in Little Hope than Man of Medan, partly because Man of Medan was on like a haunted tanker ship thing, but Little Hope is all about witches in a New England town. So, yes, sign me up.
She is the one in league with the devil.
So that's going to do it for the episode. Those are the games of October. We got some jolly ones, some spooky ones, some re-releases, some big franchises, some new franchises. An exciting month for video games. As usual, video games are the best. 10 out of 10. Hype. And we are Easy Allies. I am Michael P. Huber. And until next week, have a good one.